Oh yeah, it's the weekend, and you know what that means. It's time for Pixels and Bits on the Overshield.com with your hosts, Corey, Manny, and Tommy. And now, broadcasting from planet Earth, it's time for Pixels and Bits. Welcome to Pixels and Bits on the Overshield.com. My name is Corey. Hi. Welcome to episode 91 of your favorite weekly podcast, Pixels and Bits, on YouTube and the Overshield.com. Which, by the way, the Overshield.com no longer exists because, well, we like YouTube. Even though YouTube sometimes doesn't like us. My name is Corey. I'm your host as always, and I'm joined with my co-host, Tommy. Say hi, Tommy.
Hello, Internet.
For those wondering where Manny went, Manny is off trying to be a teacher so he can go get the Korean ladies.
Korean? That's what he's into?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he told me he plans to end up in Korea, so I assumed his goal was to have his own little Korean harem.
I always thought it would be a Japanese girl.
No, he has to work his way up.
I see. And the top is
Besides,
China.
I'm not gonna lie. I would much rather start out in Korea too because it's a lot cheaper to live there.
Okay.
It is much cheaper. This is welcome to episode 91 of Pixels and Bits. For the middle segment, well, we have something a little interesting. We'll talk about that after the news segment. I'm gonna keep it a little bit of a surprise, and we all have your favorite segment as always, people doing stupid shit. But first, it is time for the news desk. Hit the music, Tommy. There we go. All right. So, bad news, everyone. Mass Effect Andromeda is not coming out this year.
I was worried. I knew it was going to happen, and it did.
But on the bright side, we will have a new Battlefield and Titanfall to look forward to.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not the
It's not the
same.
same.
It's not the same.
We're not going to get that expensive
I want to have another.
storytelling.
I want to have another bromance with Garrus.
Calibrations, man.
The cannons always need calibrations.
What do you even know? We don't even know if Garrus is even going to be in this.
No, it's not even revolving around Shepard at all. I mean, the Shepard story is kind of done.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, according to EA's CFO Blake Jorgensen, he confirmed that Andromeda isn't coming out this year, and it's been pushed into early 2017. So yeah.
You think the writer leaving had to do with it?
No. No, I don't think so at all. No, because like when you write a story for a game, that's like one of the first things you do along with build the engine and the art assets. So that aspect of the story has been done for a long time. Considering that this game has been in development for nearly 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, almost 4 years this game has been in development. So I would have expected him to finish that story at least a year ago.
Yeah, but alright. I don't know. EA though, BioWare.
This is just from what I've understood from how a game is developed from talking to other people who work for game studios.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then again,
Look at this.
we might have another issue with like Destiny, where it's just like a year before release. It's like, you know what? Scrap the entire story. We're just gonna do this all from scratch and making a story that makes absolutely no fucking sense. Unless you read the Grimoire cards, which are, by the way, not included in the game, and you have to go on a separate website to access them and then sign in with your account. And yes, that way you get the full benefit of the story. Isn't Destiny's story great?
I can't believe they didn't patch that into the game. It's like,
who thought it was a good idea to have all the world building material not exist in the game?
here's ranting Destiny again.
Sorry. I have such a huge love-hate relationship.
No, it really is, because the gameplay is solid.
I love the way it plays. It feels so good to play. Mm-hmm. But I hate everything else about it.
Pretty much. I'm right there with you.
Oh, it's such a sad story. Anyways, by the way, bad news, everyone. Another delay.
Oh, what is it this time?
Uncharted 4: A Thief's End has been delayed.
Oh, and that game is supposed to represent the PS4. That's supposed to be like the Halo 5.
But on the bright side, the delay is not months, it is weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, that's...
Well, I think this is it's a very interesting excuse. It's been delayed 2 weeks to May 10th because the president and CEO of Sony Entertainment said, in an effort to meet the considerable worldwide demand and ensure that all gamers worldwide have the opportunity to play the game on day one, we have chosen to postpone the launch of the game by 2 weeks to allow for extra manufacturing time. Excuse me, how long does it take to print out a disc?
Well, they print out millions of copies, right?
No, I know, but but like a game is always finished at least a month before the release, so they have a month to print those millions of copies. So, like, what are they expecting here in terms of demand? Because as far as I know, yes, the Uncharted games are popular, but it's not Call of Duty popular. Call of Duty is stupid popular.
Well, I honestly think people are, a lot of people are buying the PS4 because of the Uncharted series. Like, I think a lot of people are waiting for the fourth one for like the longest time, hoping oh, the PS4 is gonna be worth it because Uncharted 4. At least that's how I see it. I know a few people are waiting for.
Which actually, by the way, speaking of Uncharted 4, if you haven't and you have a PS4, go to PSN and type in stress test, and you will have access to the Uncharted multiplayer beta this weekend.
Well, there you go. That's cool.
So, and I've tried it, and it's pretty fun. Though I must say for me there is a bit of a learning curve to the controls, considering I really haven't played that much of the Uncharted series. I've played 3, I've played a good chunk of 2, and that was years ago. So like, a lot of controls feel a little weird to me, considering I'm jumping from multiple games. But anyway, rambling end. Now, here's another interesting tidbit. There's a new firmware update coming to PlayStation, and this is one I've been wanting since day one. Day one, because how annoying is it that you log into a game and somebody online just constantly is nagging you, annoying you. Hey, why don't you play a game with me, man? Hey. And you know what the best thing about Xbox was? I could go to my online status and turn it to be I said I was offline. But for PlayStation, that wasn't the case. If I was online, everybody's like, hey, Corey's online. Hey, Corey, what's up? Hey, Corey. Hey, Corey. Hey, Corey. Leave me alone.
Man, you're popular.
So now I actually have so now with PlayStation firmware update 3.5, you now have the ability to appear offline.
I'm actually surprised that didn't exist.
I know. Actually, what was interesting is I think it was about 4 months ago, there was a poll from Sony saying, what would you like to see in a future PS4 firmware update? And I'm pretty sure the most popular one was appear offline. So I am glad that has come to fruition, and I can stop being nagged.
Awesome.
Awesome sauce?
Awesome sauce.
I think we got some awesome sauce going on.
Good for you guys.
Now, oh, by the way, there is a little bit more bad news.
Oh man.
For PSP owners.
Oh, okay, well, all right.
Hey, that's a good chunk of people, dude. That's a good chunk of people. But
a handful.
But come April, you will no longer be able to access the PlayStation Store on your PlayStation Portable.
It's dying.
Huh?
It's dying.
Well, here's the thing. Before anybody here rushes to go pitchfork and protest Sony, it is important to note that users will still be able to purchase PSP content from the web-based PlayStation Store, and then also access past purchases and download to their PlayStation portable system. And you can still make in-game purchases, so think of it this way. The actual storefront on your PSP will no longer work, but you can still buy stuff online and have it attached to your account to download to your PSP. But I just think that makes it a little bit more complicated, and I can see why people get pissed.
Well, yeah. Because they're slowly, getting rid of the Vita.
Yeah, it is kind of like getting rid of the Vita. But, actually, I feel bad for the Vita. That thing has a lot of power, and it has so much potential, and then just nobody supported it. Not even really Sony. Like, hey, we got Gravity Rush. Oh, we got an Uncharted game at launch. We have a Killzone game that's kind of broken.
Don't forget the Assassin's Creed.
No, I feel like literally after like the first 6 months of that thing, they're like, "Fuck it, we give up. We give up. We'll just make an accessory to the PS4, wireless play. Play, everybody."
Nintendo has the handheld consoles.
No. Nintendo has the handheld market by the balls.
Oh yeah.
It's
Hey, they made me just bought a Nintendo 3DS. So yeah.
They were quite successful there.
They were quite successful, exactly. I mean, my last handheld console was a Game Boy Advance SP, so that's a really big jump for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not even the original DS.
Not even the original DS.
Damn, Tommy.
I know. Damn, Daniel. Have you seen that video?
Damn. I don't know why, but every time I think of that stupid sound clip, it's like, damn, son.
I think it's just hilarious what the internet decides to be popular. That's what it is.
Anyways, we have some good news, everyone. Finally, we have some good news, and we got a lot of Nintendo news.
Oh, yes.
First off, good news is that Monster Hunter X is now coming to the West. It's coming this summer, but it will not be called Monster Hunter X. It'll be called Monster Hunter Generations.
Cute.
Not a specific release date, we just have a timetable, but I loved Monster Hunter. Tommy is interested in Monster Hunter, even though he didn't buy it.
Nah.
Manny Monster Hunter, and I think if you and a group of friends have 3DSs, you should all buy Monster Hunter and you can go kill shit together with oversized weapons and ridiculous crafting systems. I don't know. I liked Monster Hunter, and I just wish it was like a big multi-console thing. Like I could get it on my PS4 and just like go wreck shit with monsters with my friends on PlayStation. But I'm not sure, but I think Nintendo has like an exclusivity to the franchise right now. Because it originally used to be exclusive to PlayStation.
Kind of reminds me, what's that game that it failed? Again, you hunt monsters, but Evolved.
Yes, that failed so hard.
That tried to be the Monster Hunter, right?
No, that tried to be no. I wouldn't call that the Monster Hunter. Because if anything, I would say that Destiny is more like Monster Hunter than Evolved. But
okay, all right.
I mean,
I don't know the series, so
there's really not a whole lot of things I could really compare it to, and off the top of my head. But more good news is that we finally have a release date for Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah, the crossover thing.
Yes, it is coming out on June 24th for North America and Europe. But it is not going to be called Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. It is... I'm just trying to think of where they came up with this name, but it is called Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Weird name, but for those who get it, the analogy, it's actually Shin Megami Tensei in reverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what to think about this because it looks interesting, and then you get the really weird J-pop Japanese elements, and I'm like, who is this for?
Manny.
It is purely for Manny.
Yes.
Manny, this game is for you.
It really is. It's for Manny, and people like Manny.
Yes, everybody loves Manny.
Yes, right.
Who here hates Manny? I'm sure there's somebody who hates Manny, and if you do hate Manny, you're an asshole. Also, more good news. There is a new Paper Mario game coming out.
Yes, I saw that.
Now, we don't have a whole lot of details,
You
but
paint the world. You paint the city to revive the city.
It's kind of, yeah. It's the idea is that color is leaving the world of Paper Mario, and you need to help bring back the color. And it's called Paper Mario Color Splash. Now, this is for 3DS or Wii U. Yeah, it's for Wii U.
Yeah, it's just it's Wii U.
But yeah, no release date for that. But I can enjoy the Paper Mario series, even though it's not exactly my cup of tea. It's still a good game, and if you like those kind of quirky RPGs, it's definitely something for you. Now, I can't say this is good news or not. It was anyways, remember when Metroid Prime Federation Force was announced and just people just flip shit about it?
They were pissed.
Yeah. Well, it's coming out this spring.
Yeah, regardless of what you guys think.
Yeah, no matter what you guys think, it's still coming out.
Just like the new Ghostbusters.
Well, actually, what I think is interesting is that they stated that this game has been in development since 2009, which started on the Nintendo DSi.
Yeah, I know, right? Because of that video that I was explaining, it's like the hardware just couldn't capture their vision of what they want to do with this game.
And yet, it still looks really rough.
Kind of, yeah, it does. I don't know. I mean, I guess I just have to wait for the reviews.
Maybe it's just, God damn it! Just give me Metroid Prime 4. Don't call it Metroid Prime if it isn't Metroid Prime. Sorry, end rant, but I feel like they could have just released this as something else and not call it Metroid. I mean, this is the same as what happened with Star Fox Adventure.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, how that started out as something completely different, and then Miyamoto's like, hey, why don't we add Star Fox?
Hey, well, I know, right? Hey, so what do you think of Star Fox in that other game, the second Star Fox game, like that tower?
Star Fox Assault?
No, Assault, but the game that it's going to come with. If you purchase the package, it's like that tower defense.
Yeah, there's a Star Fox tower defense game coming. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Not.
You play as Slippy's uncle, I think. And you
Yes, because we totally want more to do with Slippy. Oh, by the way, bad news about Star Fox Zero. The motion controls can't be fully disabled. Yeah, Nintendo issued a statement explaining motion controls cannot be entirely disabled in the new Star Fox Zero, although some players will have options to choose how they are implemented. The game was designed to be played with motion controls, and it'll be incredibly difficult to complete certain areas of the game without the independent aiming and flight that they offer. I'm not a great fan of some of the motion controls that Nintendo's implemented in the Wii U lately, namely Splatoon. I was not a fan of that. I actually changed it to twin sticks mode. But I don't know. Anyways, we'll see how this all pans out when Star Fox Zero comes out next month.
Well, it might work better than it did with Splatoon. But
maybe. Just maybe.
Well, because if it captures the style like in the N64 did, you really don't have to move the camera that much, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so it should be fine. But I do like the alternate paths. I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I think that's well, that's always been kind of a staple of Star Fox, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just glad to see it back, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, if you have a new 3DS,
yes, I do.
Yes, unfortunately, I don't. You are gonna get an interesting little thing from Nintendo. You now have access to on the eShop classic Super Nintendo games.
Okay.
Starting now.
Okay.
The first batch of titles are Super Mario World, Pilot Wings, and F-Zero. And later this month, they're adding Mario Kart, Earthbound, and Donkey Kong Country. And then coming in April is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Super Metroid, and Donkey Kong Country 2. All of which are amazing games.
Which one should I get first?
Ooh, honestly, if I had to pick out of all these, even if they were all available now, I would have gone with Super Metroid. But since they're not, out of the first three that are coming out, which is Super Mario World, Pilot Wings, and F-Zero, I would probably go with Super Mario World. Though I do love F-Zero. And then out of the next three, I would probably go with Earthbound. Because sadly enough, I've never really played Earthbound. Because, it's Earthbound.
Yes.
I love it. Like, everybody talks about Earthbound and how great it is. And then I just be like, okay, have you actually played it?
Like, whoa, I know.
It's like there's so few copies. I can't believe the amount of people are like, oh, I love Earthbound. I loved it and everything. It's just like, did you actually own the game? Did you?
Let's played it. I watched a Let's Play. The Game Grumps did it? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if they did Earthbound. I know they were with the Nintendo Direct. People were like, crossing their fingers for Earthbound 3, or at least a sequel to a new game for the series.
Oh, you're talking about Mother 3?
Oh, Mother 3. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, everybody's been waiting on Mother 3 getting localized forever, and no. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, anyways, we have new re-releases coming out because who doesn't like those? Guess what? Capcom is re-releasing Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 later this year on a PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh, just stop it with Resident Evil 4.
But you want to hear the worst part?
What?
They're not bundled. They're sold in separate physical releases for $20 a piece.
Capcom, you mother. No, they will be bundled when all three are released for $60. They eventually will be
probably
bundled.
like digitally or something, but
they eventually will be bundled. Okay, Resident Evil 4. Okay, they gotta stop re-releasing that. It's been out since what, the GameCube, right? It's been out on every system.
A decade.
Yeah.
It's been out for over a decade.
Like, if it got the HD treatment,
it's been re-released on multiple digital storefronts. It's been re-released on Steam. I've seen it re-released on Wii. It was re-released on PlayStation 2 because it was originally released. It was a GameCube exclusive.
Don't forget the Xbox.
Yeah. I feel like Capcom is just like, it's like, we want to invest zero money. I mean, just look at the fact that Street Fighter V is console exclusive to PlayStation 4. That only happened because Sony actually ponied up the cash, because Capcom was just like, we're just going to release another 5 editions of Street Fighter 4, and then maybe we'll consider Street Fighter 5.
Yeah. But, I don't know. And then Resident Evil 5 and 6, I heard were terrible.
Resident Evil 5 was
mixed,
okay. And then Resident Evil 6 sucked.
Oh, I see. All right.
Resident Evil 6 sucked bad. It wasn't even scary at all.
That's terrible.
I know. For the franchise that's basically like established the horror genre in gaming, it's not scary anymore.
That's how you know your franchise is in trouble.
Anyways, by the way, good news, everyone. Yay. Extremely good news, because I can't believe I'm saying this. No Man's Sky finally has a release date.
It's about time.
About fucking time. Considering that this game was unveiled 3 years ago.
Well, I mean, I can name other games, that are longer, but
as an indie game?
Indie game?
Is an unveiled indie game?
I guess, literally.
I'm just personally never heard of an indie game with this long of a public development cycle.
True.
Because, there's plenty of games that have long development cycles, but nobody knew about the game until 6 months before the release. Here, we've known about No Man's Sky for 3 years now.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I'm sorry, I take that back. 2.5 years. But still, that's a fairly long time. It's kind of like The Division, how that took basically 3 years.
Yeah.
But yes, No Man's Sky is coming out on... Are you ready for it?
Yes.
North America on June 21st, Europe on June 22nd, and the United Kingdom on June 24th. Also, it is receiving a limited box edition for the PC, and also the game is coming out physically for PS4. And if you're wondering what the price is of this independent game, It is going to be $60. But keep in mind that this is quite possibly, in terms of scale, the largest game ever released ever.
Still waiting for Xbox.
Keep in mind that you have over 18 quintillion planets to explore.
That's crazy, but that is really exciting.
That's so many planets that no two players will run into the same planet.
Like, if you're the first to find it, you get to name it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, basically it's going to be like every planet you see, you're going to be the first. And you know what? I think that's really cool. I think that is pretty cool. But I'm just like worried about the depth of the game. But you know what? I'm still going to pick it up because I have been interested in this game since day one. So yeah, I am very happy about that. Oh, by the way, Tommy.
Yes.
I know you were excited to hear that Xbox One's getting backwards compatibility for Xbox 360 games.
Oh yes, of course.
Would you like to hear the full list of Xbox One compatible games?
Like
the full list.
The full list? Okay.
The full list. Are you guys ready? Because it's a long one.
Awesome. All right.
We will have A Kingdom for Keflings, A World for Keflings, Alan Wake's American Nightmare, Age of Swing, Age of Booty, Alien Hominoid, Assassin's Creed 2, Asteroids and Deluxe, Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, Banjo-Tooie, Banjo-Kazooie, Battle Block Theater, Bejeweled 2, Belater MMA Onslaught, Beyond Good and Evil HD, Blood of the Werewolf, Blood Rain Betrayal, Borderlands, Braid, Call of Juarez Gunslinger, Castle Crashers, Castle Storm, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Centipede and Millipede, Condemned, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Crazy Taxi, Dark Souls, Deadliest Warrior Legends, Defense Grid, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Dirt 3, Dirt Showdown, Discs of Tron, Doom, Doom 2, Doritos Crash Course, Dungeon Siege 3, Earthworm Jim HD, Fable 2, 3, Fallout 3, Feeding Frenzies 1 and 2, Galaga, Gears of Wars 1 through 3, Gears of War Judgment, Golden Axe, Halo Reach, Halo Spartan Assault, Halo Wars, Hardwood Backgammon, Hardwood Hearts, Hardwood Spades, Heavy Weapon, Hexic HD, Hydro Thunder, Ikaruga, Iron Brigade, Jeremy McGrath's Off-Road, Jetpack Refueled, Joyride Turbo, Just Cause 2, Cameo, Kane & Lynch 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Lego's Batman, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Star Wars, Lode Runner, Luminous Live, Mass Effect, Metal Slug 3, Metal Slug XX, Might and Magic Clash of Heroes, Mirror's Edge, Missile Command, Monday Night Combat, Monkey Island 1 and 2, Motocross Madness, Missplosion Man, Miss Pac-Man, Mutant Blobs Attack, N+, NBA Jam, Nights Unto Dreams, OF Dragon Rising, Pac-Man Collector's Edition, Pac-Man Collector's Edition DX, Plus, Peggle, Perfect Dark Zero, Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds, Pinball FX, Plants vs. Zombies, Portal, Prince of Persia, Putty Squad, Rayman 3, Red Dead Redemption, R-Type Dimensions, Sacred 3, Sacred Citadel, Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space, Sam & Max Save the World, Sega Vintage Collection of Alex the Kid, Monster World and Streets of Rage, Shadow Complex, Skullgirls, Small Arms, Sonic CD, Sonic the Hedgehogs 1 through 3, Soul Calibur, Space Giraffe, Space? Okay. Spelunky, Splosion Man, Super Meat Boy, Supreme Commander 2, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2, Ticket to Ride, South Park Stick of Truth, The Witcher 2, Torchlight, Toy Soldiers Cold War, Trials HD, Tron Evolution, Ugly Americans, Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise, Wolfenstein 3D, Zuma, and Zuma's Revenge. Shit!
I should read all of that.
Yes, that's a lot of games.
I mean, those are the ones that have been confirmed so far.
Yes.
Yes.
Woo, that's a lot.
But what's great is like the Xbox, they are working for it so you can purchase 360 games on the Xbox One store, since that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they're working on that, and soon, like Mirror's Edge, I never had that game, but I want to buy that on the Xbox One. Soon I'll be able to.
Well, anyways, that is the end of the news test, because that was a long list. Holy shit. I'm actually interested to see how long that went on. I should have timed myself. And now it's time to move on to the middle segment, which brings me to this very interesting story that I saw earlier on Destructoid, and that is that the Xbox One, instead of being replaced, could get hardware upgrades.
Very interesting.
And immediately when I think of hardware upgrades, I think of all that shit you had to like stack on your Sega Genesis, like 32X and the Sega CD.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm just wondering how this will work. Like, because I mean, I don't have an Xbox One, but I'm just like looking at like all the ports and everything, what you can do. It's just like, okay, how would the average consumer actually be able to do it?
I wouldn't know. I mean, for me, that's kind of exciting. The Xbox One could live on, longer than the 360.
And Sega's like, Xbox One for 20 years.
But I don't know. If my guess is that the newer Xbox One models, when they do make this announcement, will be compatible for that. I'm sure they'll do for the older ones up to a certain point. That's my guess.
Maybe. I mean, for those who are wondering where this information came from, it was a hint dropped by Phil Spencer at Xbox Spring Showcase. You'll, quote unquote, you'll actually see us come out with new hardware capability during our generation, allowing the same games to run backward and forward compatible because we have a universal Windows application running on top of the universal Windows platform that allows us to focus more and more on hardware innovation without invalidating the games that run on that platform. Basically, he's insinuating that Xbox One will have some kind of hardware upgradability. Just please to God, don't let it be Connect 3.
I think Connect is dead, so I think we're good on that.
Now, he pointed out that Microsoft isn't the only ones planning something like this. He says Sony is doing this with virtual reality and adding virtual reality capabilities mid-cycle to the PlayStation 4, and they are doing this by adding another box. Which, for those who remember, I think it was about a few weeks ago, we reported that for PlayStation VR, there's a processing box that's roughly about the size of a Wii that you have to have to the side of your PlayStation. Which totally makes sense because you're going to need that extra processing power for virtual reality.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, my question is that would you rather have minor hardware upgrades to your current console or have new significant console generations?
Well, I guess depends what I get from both of those, I mean, the minor ones, fine with the minor ones, but if I do have to, buy additional pieces to go with my Xbox, then I would, as long as it justifies, the price and the contents, then I'll do it. Either or.
I mean, like I said, I'm just not entirely sure of how they would really do this because because the old days when Sega did it, it was of course through the game port, which is where all the data went through and everything. But you can't really do that now because game data is read through the optical drive and the hard drives. Mm-hmm. So those are two things that I believe the average consumer would not be comfortable altering. So my proposal is that they're either going to use, probably with a special port on the back or something like that, have an additional box plugged in through a USB port or something similar.
Probably, and you're most likely right about that. I feel like...
But like I said, would you rather have the extra box to stack on top of your box, or would you just rather have an entirely new console a couple years down the road?
I feel like we're going to see both. Like, there will be an updated Xbox One with the hardware in it already, but for those who, that still have the original Xbox One, you can always upgrade it. And
I love it. It's just like, upgrade your Xbox One now so Halo can run at 1080p.
No. Hey, it's been running at 1080p.
And 60 frames a second.
Hey, so yeah, it's beautiful. Very beautiful. But, I mean, for me, I've done this before with the GameCube. I got the TV screen.
Oh, the network adapter too.
Yeah, and then I also got the Game Boy Advance portion of it too.
But like I said, that console was designed around that expandability.
Yeah, I mean, which was great, and that was pretty cool. I mean,
but like I said, I look at these modern consoles today, and they don't really offer that. So like I said, my guess is that they're going to go the route that Sony did for their processing box for their PlayStation VR, and that is that they're just going to have a separate processing box to process everything else, and it's going to run through some sort of special port. Though to be honest, I don't know the ports on the on the Xbox One that well. Is there like a special Connect port or something like that?
Well, I don't have a Connect, but I'm sure there is. Well, like maybe it's a USB.
Because I know my PlayStation, there is a special port for the camera.
Is it a USB kind of thing, or is it its own?
No, it's more like a FireWire, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. I don't have a Connect at all, so I don't. I assume they use a USB for that because there are a few USB in the back.
Yeah. I just don't know how this would entirely be implemented, but it seems more capable on the Xbox One than I would say on the PS3, PS4. I'm sorry, yeah, because it does have a couple more USB 3.0 ports than PS4. Plus, it is definitely running a modified version of Windows.
Mm-hmm.
So literally, all they would need to do to upgrade the graphics for that, to the extra processing box, is just have NVIDIA and AMD create special drivers for it. So I just really just like wrapping my brain around this with like all my training and everything is just like, how would they do this?
The future,
And it's
Corey.
I know, it's the future. The future. HoloLens, the future.
Yeah, HoloLens. I'm excited for that.
It only works in a 1-degree field of vision.
Hey, but that's the future.
It has a smaller field of vision than the original Nintendo 3DS.
Baby steps, Corey. Baby steps.
Very small baby steps. No, that's not even baby steps. That's just crawl. That's not even crawling. That's just a baby going, ugh, just like dragging itself on the ground.
I get to see my Minecraft world on the surface of my laptop. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah. Anyways, that is the end of the middle segment. A little bit short, but we'll come up with something a little bit more fun the next time around. And it's time to move on to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It is time for people doing stupid shit. Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
Let's hit that music. Oh.
So my stories are all food-based because I guess I'm hungry apparently.
Oh, God damn it! I haven't eaten.
I haven't-
So now I'm gonna get hungry.
I know. It's like, Well, anyways, I don't know. Okay, this story is coming from Taco Bell.
Taco.
I know. Taco Bell has been known to do some crazy stoner food ideas,
Like
like the Doritos taco shells. That's clearly stoner food material.
the quesarito,
The quesarito.
the boss nachos.
Or what's the newest one on the quesalupa, right? The cheese.
Yeah, the quesalupa. I tried that, and that is bullshit. There is not that much cheese in it. It's like a tiny thin layer of pepper jack cheese that you barely taste.
It's not bad though, but it's like, that's pretty clever.
Like, this is pretty underwhelming.
So yeah, so there's Fritos chips in their burritos, and now there will be Cheetos Crunch Wrap sliders.
No.
Yes,
No.
Cheetos are now
I
new
never
chips.
asked for this. I never asked for
The new chips that people never wanted is gonna now be in Taco Bell food, in the foods. So right now,
What's next? Oh, by the way, all our nacho chips are now colored in the same colors of our logo.
for those who feel discriminated with Cheeto fans, it's like, I want Cheetos in my Crunch Wrap. Well, now you can. Well, right now, the Taco Bell in Canada are selling these Cheeto Crunch Wrap sliders for $2.99 for a limited time.
That is such a stoner food.
It really
I
is.
wouldn't even try it. I can just imagine it already. It's just like, and I don't like Cheetos. I really don't.
I'm not a big. I like cheese puffs. That's really in hot Cheetos.
Actually, there was only one Cheeto that I liked, and that was the really spicy ones.
The hot Cheetos.
That's because and that was because it didn't taste like shit.
I like hot Cheetos and I like the cheese puffs, but I don't like regular Cheetos.
No, regular Cheetos are just nasty.
And even though the Cheeto fries from the dollar stores, those are even worse.
Oh God.
Okay, good.
No, even worse is the Cheeto fries from the gas stations.
Okay, well, anyways, so they have 3 flavors to go with this new Cheetos Crunch Wrap, and that is their signature seasoned ground beef. That comes with warm nacho cheese sauce and shredded.
Signature season grade D ground beef.
And then their second one is the spicy chicken, which brings a heat with shredded chicken drizzle with cool, creamy, spicy ranch sauce. And
I will admit their chicken isn't bad.
yeah, the shredded chicken. I tried their shredded chicken quesadilla. Pretty good. And then the third one is their supreme, which is packed with the classic supreme filling, including seasoned ground beef, warm nacho cheese, sour cream, and tomatoes.
No steak. Those bastards.
No steak options, but this is a limited time thing, and as of right now, this is
I
only
don't
in
care
Taco
about
Bell
the limited
Canada.
time thing. I want my fucking steak.
It's only Taco Bell Canada for now, but I won't be surprised to see it in the States sometime soon.
Yeah.
Now, another...
I just don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know. I feel like Jack in the Box is gonna one up their Stoner Box. Their Munchie Box.
I don't. I feel like they're gonna give us like less now. I mean, I don't know. Like, do you remember when the value boxes came out? You literally got like a Crunchwrap, a Burrito Supreme, a taco, and like the Cinna Sticks and a large drink.
They still...
And it was $5.
Mhm.
Now it's $6. You don't get the Cinna Sticks, and and now you can't get the Crunchwrap Supreme with the Burrito Supreme, and I'm going on, but basically I feel like I'm getting a lot less for my money from Taco Bell lately. The cheap bastards.
Well, right now they had a box. I guess where I'm at, they're advertising the double Crunch Wraps, double stuffed Crunch Wraps.
What?
I know.
Well, I'm surprised that's not available in my area because this area is full of stoner college kids.
Well, anyways, they have a $4 box which comes with the double Crunch Wrap, either spicy original, and then you get the original taco, and then a Doritos taco, the Cinna Sticks, and a medium drink for $4. Which to me that doesn't sound bad at all.
It's not bad, but nah.
$4 though, yeah. You get like
I don't know. I've shifted from Taco Bell to Pancheros lately.
Pancheros. Never heard of that.
Think Chipotle, but they make the tortillas like fresh right in front of you, and not only that, but they before they wrap your burrito, they take all the ingredients and then like mix it all up, so that when you bite into the burrito, you're not getting a bite of sour cream, then a bite of lettuce, and a bite of cheese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really good. It's actually cheaper than Chipotle.
Well,
And the burritos are bigger.
Well, Chipotle's getting a lot of heat right now. You know.
Yeah, because who wants to get some E. coli action?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. What's the next story, Tommy?
Alright, so a man has legally changed his name to Bacon Double Cheeseburger.
I think I heard about this a while ago.
A British man has decided to legally change his name to Bacon Double Cheeseburger as a show of his undying love of the sandwich.
Double is his middle name?
I don't know. I think that may be his... I don't know. It doesn't say.
I'm like curious, like if he gets married, he's just like, I now present you Mr. and Mrs. Bacon Double Cheeseburger.
It could be double. It could be his middle name. I would like to think if he was smart enough.
Mr. and Mrs. Hamburger. Or Cheeseburger.
If he was smart enough, he would probably do that, but... Here's his quote. I've got no regrets at all.
And I thought it was funny when I knew a guy whose last name was Fuck.
Mr. Cheeseburger. I don't know if you can take... I don't think you can take a man seriously if that's his last name. Like, imagine...
No, I don't think I could. I don't think I could ever take anybody seriously if they named themselves after a goddamn cheeseburger.
The Matrix would be a very different movie if Neil's last name was Cheeseburger. All you would hear is, yeah, Agent Smith. Mr.
Cheeseburger. God damn. I can't even say it. We've been following you for a while, Mr. Cheeseburger.
My name is Double Bacon.
No, actually, it'd be great if it was the other way around. It's like, Mr. Anderson, my name is Double Bacon Cheeseburger.
Oh, well, this is cute. At the very end, it says that Sam Smith, that was originally his name, proudly signs off his work emails as BD Cheeseburger.
Sam Smith was his original name.
Yep.
Well, that's generic. And I'm saying that as somebody whose last name is Smith.
Yeah. Corey. You might want to change your name to Cheeseburger.
Corey is not as common as Sam.
That is true.
I always feel bad for guys whose name are like John Smith. I'm just like, oh, everybody's gonna think your name is fake from now on. Because I get shit when I come back in the country sometimes. Like when I flew back from Mexico, I was detained because they thought my passport was fake.
But you're white.
I know. And actually, what was great is all the people working in customs and immigrations that day had like super thick Indian accents.
Oh, that is weird.
So I was like, this is like, wow, I'm being told by what I believe are immigrants that I'm an illegal immigrant. Cool. Whatever. What's the next one?
Well,
That story?
no, yeah, the last story, I think this is a little weird, but I guess, well, someone did a study on this, which I thought this was weird, but someone did a study on McDonald's pie flavors that are way better in other countries.
I imagine Japan has some of the most delicious ones, right?
Actually, let's see. So desserts offered, no, okay, Thailand, well, okay. We're jealous of the, okay, oh, fucking A, it's a video, I don't want to, like, click this. Shit, it's a video.
Alright, so no story.
No story. Okay, so anyways, some McDonald's pies are way better in other countries. So if you love the pies here, well, I guess
I don't like
Thailand and New Zealand may have the better ones. Ah, fuck, I should have. I just clicked the article and just say, saved it tab. I didn't even bother.
And this is why you do your research, folks.
Yeah, since we're on the topic of food, let me just find another food.
I don't know. Strangest food I've seen is the one where it's like a bowl of like udon and has like a full, like a whole octopus on top, and somebody pours soy sauce and things just goes like.
Oh my god!
Starts flapping around.
Okay,
and
here's
shit.
one. KFC says fried rat is just a weird-looking chicken tender.
Wait. They fried a radish?
Well, this chicken tender looks like a fried rat. It really does.
Oh, I thought you said radish.
No, not radish, like a fried
But
rat.
I'm like, damn, who wants a fried radish at KFC?
I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a fried rat. It really does. But KFC, like this happened in California. A man made waves on Facebook after posting a photo of an oddly shaped cutlet that claims to have received in a 3-piece meal from his Los Angeles KFC on Friday. As of Thursday afternoon, the image has been shared more than 121,000 times. It looks like a
Damn
rat.
rat.
It looks like a damn rat. I wish I can show you the picture of this right now, Corey, but I'll go ahead and post it, and you tell us what you think, audience. Does this look like a rat? Or does this look like a chicken tender? KFC says it looks like a chicken tender, but it looks like a rat. Okay, let's see.
I think it looks like a gerbil.
Yeah. Well, he took the picture, and then he decided to actually take a bite into it, and found it to have a rubbery texture. Then he claims to have taken it back to KFC restaurant, where he purchased it. The manager told Dixon that the fried lump was a rat, had been apologized, and been offered a free meal. Dixon told a local radio show, Randy Economy Show on... Okay, whatever. But yeah, I'll post a picture. You guys see it. You're probably seeing it now. Judge, rat or chicken tender.
Go. And the correct answer, which there isn't one, gets a free cookie.
Like if we go to like Screw Attack Gaming Convention, you're gonna have to bring cookies with you. You owe people cookies, Corey.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, that is the end of people doing stupid shit, and it's time to move on to our final segment, which is shoutouts. And I guess I'll go first. My shout out goes to the CW show The Flash, which I started last week. No, I on Saturday, and I finished yesterday.
Nice.
And oh my god, that show is awesome.
Yeah.
And I was just season 1. I still haven't seen season 2, and I'm really excited because if I'm correct, I think season 2 involves the multiverse.
Ooh. Interesting.
But like I've read nothing about what happens in season 2, so I'm very excited to see what happens. So hooray. If you guys have not seen The Flash, the TV show The Flash on the CW network, do so. It is straight up the best superhero TV show, period. Fuck Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., fuck Gotham, and Arrow's alright, but no, it doesn't hold up to The Flash.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of... I feel bad for the movie version of Flash, because I don't know if it's going to live up to the television Flash.
No, and I don't know why, because the Grant Gustin, the guy who plays Barry Allen, he nails that perfect, like, kind of like, he's a likable guy, but he's kind of a weird guy, like a Peter Parker in a sense.
Uh-huh.
But you can also see his heroic qualities and why he does what he does. And he's such a compelling hero. And I loved him as Barry Allen, and I don't know why he's Barry Allen in the movies. It makes no sense. Why not cast the guy who's already the Flash? That people already know. But no, they're like, oh, we can't have the universes connected.
Okay.
Because CBS has the rights to the Superman universe because Supergirl sucks ass.
That's why they're throwing in the Flash for an episode. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, no, I've heard that there might be a crossover in her, and that there's a rumor that Superman might appear in the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not entirely certain. So
the crossover is happening with Flash and Supergirl.
But because it's CBS and CW, two different networks, it would be like a one episode thing. This would not be absolutely a continuation, which makes me sad.
Because who knows if Supergirl's gonna last a season?
I don't know. I honestly I wish that a big conglomerate was as protective, or not protective, but just like handled their franchises as well as Disney handles the Marvel universe. Because Disney is handling the Marvel universe brilliantly in all aspects.
Oh yes.
I mean that cannot be denied. I feel like DC though, it's just like, okay, we got a show on this network and a show on this network. We got two shows on this network, and it's just like, but none of them are interconnected, even though they come from the same comic book sources. It's just what?
Mm-hmm. They'll get to it eventually. They'll find a way, maybe.
I don't know.
CW's doing a lot of crossovers.
I don't know. Like, part of me just kind of wishes Disney bought out DC instead,
and not Marvel. Well, I doubt Disney can. I don't know if DC can be justified with Disney owning them, because there's a lot of dark stuff in DC more than Marvel.
I would actually go the other way on that one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. No, because I would there's a lot more world-changing events, I would argue, in DC in terms of in terms of ridiculous concepts and everything that just push the medium of what we can get in comics. Mm-hmm. But I feel but Marvel is a lot darker in tone and more grounded than DC is.
Okay.
As grounded as a comic book could be, but still.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys haven't seen The Flash, go see The Flash. It's on Netflix. You have no excuse.
Alright, I guess my shout out will go to my new Nintendo 3DS. I just got it, and I'm liking it. It's,
I'm just going to brag about all the stuff I bought.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. I got Super Smash, Pokemon Omega Ruby. That's fun. I'm like doing that. I also got Soul Silver.
Oh, come on. I got two things that I think that blows that out of the water.
Okay, what would that be, Corey?
I have the full series of Full Metal Alchemist, and I bought that for like $25.
Okay.
And then I have a signed copy of one of Dr. Michio Kaku's books.
That's cool. How was that? That was really cool. It's like
it was awesome. It was straight up awesome. the concepts that he talks about in the future were fascinating. And then I asked him like things about like, is the future like, say, in Gattaca, where we're like we splice human genes to make perfect humans and stuff like that? Is that possible? And he's just like, yeah, it is possible, but it's not possible now.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's like we can't even figure out what gene causes hair color.
They don't even know why cats purr. So yeah, we still.
There's a lot to learn.
There's a lot to learn.
If you guys have never heard of Dr. Michio Kaku, I'm surprised because he's basically as prominent as Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
He's basically one of the leading theoretical physicists. He's one of the co-founders of string theory, and he's I guess like his life work right now is continuing Einstein and Hawking's theory of everything. Which, you guys, if you don't know what the theory of everything is, it's basically like a 1-inch long theory or equation that's basically compresses. Basically, the theory it's a single theory that basically says explains every physical aspect of the universe.
And it's fascinating.
No, if you guys don't read up on this stuff, I encourage you to, because it is very fascinating. Especially some of the technologies that are literally coming out within the next 5 years. Like, for example, you can now, in the next couple of years, you'll be able to pee in your toilet and it'll tell you if there's cancer cells in your prostate.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah. Anyways, that is the end of Shoutouts. And that is the end of Pixels and Bits episode 91 on theovershow.com. My name is Corey.
And I'm Tommy.
And we'll see you all next week, folks. Bye-bye.
Laters.